Hey, what's up? Welcome to Degen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Lucid Motors, ticker symbol LCID. And so I wanted to go over this one because it does look like it's been pretty bullish. Does look like we could have a bull flag here, followed by another bull flag. However, we could also be seeing a double top forming here. So I do just want to go over that and why I think it could be pulling back to $3 per share over the next couple weeks. But to start, I should go over how on Friday, February 9th, Lucid closed at a price of $3.52, being just 2 cents above the key level of $3.50. So I think that's pretty good news. Also in the after hours, it has gone up about 3 cents, being up just under 1%. But I do think, like I had said, that we could be seeing a pullback over the next couple weeks. So I just want to go over my thought process with that. While I do think it could be viewed as bad, that price could be dropping to 3, I do think that could be a great opportunity because I do think it could be returning to $3.50, if not going to $4 a share. So I am looking forward to buying that dip and seeing it go back to these levels. So I'm just going to throw up some lines that I previously put up. I believe I did this yellow retracement during a live stream, but this white one here I did include in last week's video. And so I left just a few levels on there that I do think are pretty key. And so from this run up here, I do just want to point out that the 236 at a price of $3.51.8, just a fraction of a penny below the closing price. So it does seem like that could be serving as support. However, it does look like it has served as resistance over the past many trading days. So, we haven't really had any closes above that level until last Friday. Although it was a red candle day, does look like we have a spinning top there, which could suggest a reversal, and that is part of the reason why I do think we could see a pullback down to $3. And then also, if we do look at the next level down on that retracement, the 382 at a price of $3.33.1, does look like that has served as support for this second little bull flag that we do see here, which, it's quite possible is not a bull flag, could break to the downside, but it does look pretty strong. And then also the 50% retracement at $3.18. That does seem like it could be a good dip buying level if it does not return all the way down to $3 a share. But then the next level, the 618 at $3.02.9, does seem like it could be a pretty key level for some dip buys, coinciding with these other levels like the $3 psychological level and this purple downtrend that I went over in last week's video. But then if we do look at this yellow retracement coming from the top down, it does look like the 786 at a price of $3.66.8 has been pretty significant resistance. I have gotten two wicks actually up to that level, or really one following that peak at $3.82. But we haven't had any following wicks come up to that level. The high on Friday was $3.66. So being, again, just a fraction of a penny, rounding 1 penny below that level. So I do think that is going to be a key level to break above. We want to close and hold above $3.67. Then the next level down, the 618, is at a price of $3.54.9. We actually did close below that on Friday and have not gotten any closes above that level. The open on February 7th was at a price of $3.54.5, so just below that Fibonacci level. And then the next level down is the 382 at a price of $3.38.1. Does look like it has served as support for this recent consolidation that we've seen over the past week. But then the lowest price that we've seen following this pullback is $3.11. That was hit not only on February 2nd, but also on February 6th, when we had a run-up of over 8%, almost 9% on the day before consolidating the past few days. And yeah, so I wanted to go over why I think price could be returning to $3 before we move up to 350 again and test $4 marked by this red line, which I do think will be happening, but I do think we need to have a pullback first, and that is largely based on max pain. And I should note that max pain for last Friday, February 9th, was $3, but then I believe on either Thursday or Friday, it did get bumped up to $3.50. So we just barely closed above max pain. So slightly in the favor of the bulls, but not by much. Would have been better if max pain had resided at $3, getting a close much higher than that. That could trigger a gamma squeeze, but just being 2 cents above it, I don't think it really will. And so anyways, looking over at the max pains, we can see that for the upcoming week, closing the week February 16th, max pain is $3, partly why I do think we could be returning to that level. The week following that, closing the week February 23rd, max pain again $3. Then the week after that, closing the week on March 1st, max pain goes back up to $3.50, which I believe is the same for the week after that, closing the week March 8th. And then so for March 15th, which I believe is monthly contracts, so this should be taken with a grain of salt, the max pain is $4. So again, getting up to that red line, I do think that could be in the future, but if not, I do think we'll be seeing a pullback before 350, which I do think is a pretty key level because the week following March 15th closing on Friday, March 22nd, the max pain does return to $3.50, which is, right around current price. So I don't necessarily think this is, overbought or anything like that. The RSI is at 52.92, so could definitely go higher. We could see another test of $3.82, but I do think that would be forming a double top. I do think it would be rejected from there, and that we will likely see a retracement to either back to 350 around current price, pushing max pain higher for the upcoming weeks, or we will see a retracement to like the 618 level at $3.03. So I do think that could be a really good dip buying opportunity if max pains for the following weeks are maintained around 350 or higher. But I also do think that we could be residing at 350. So it's kind of tough to say. For me personally, I have been trimming shares ranging from about $3.33 up to these levels. I don't think I was able to sell any at $3.82 at the high here, but I have been trimming, still holding some shares in case we do run up to $4, but I am planning on buying those shares back around $3.18 or $3.03. But, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.